Websites and apps are a great way to make running a mutual aid organization easier than ever. In this video, I will preview some of the features of a few websites and apps that are especially helpful to mutual aid organizations. We'll start with websites and apps that are geared towards communicating with others. Your pod map will only be useful if you have an effective way to communicate with the people in your pod. So we'll start here with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a messaging app that allows users to send messages, pictures, and videos using Wi-Fi. Mutual aid organizations like to use WhatsApp because it allows for large group chats, document sharing, and ease of use for people who are not technologically savvy. An additional feature of WhatsApp, and the reason we think it would make a great tool for your mutual aid organization, is their business app. The business app could be useful to mutual aid organizations because of a few special features. For example, the app allows the user to create a catalog to showcase their services. And if you're either selling anything or giving anything away, it's also a great way to display that. It allows users to create a business profile, as you can see here. It allows users to also draft quick replies, which can be useful if you have a lot of volunteers or a lot of people who you're trying to help. There's also this label feature down here. It allows people to label different people so that it's easy to organize and find messages. We think this could be especially useful for organizing your pod map. A similar app to WhatsApp is Slack. Slack is a platform that utilizes channels, over here on the left-hand side, to sort conversations between groups of people. It is kind of like a mix between texting and email, but Slack is easier to manage than email because conversations can be organized by their subject type. Slack can be especially helpful for mutual aid societies because it is essentially online pod mapping. You could have different groups of people in these different channels, or you can use the different channels for different types of conversations. So you could sort them by different causes or different needs within the same common cause. Users are also able to directly message each other. To the left side, you can see the different channels that are available. You can create as many channels as you want, and they can have different purposes and include different groups of people. It's fun to have a fun channel as well. For example, a firm I worked at over the summer used their fun channel to send pictures of their dogs to each other to lighten the mood. Another app that's useful is Zoom. If you used Zoom during 2020 for work or school, you may already be familiar with some of its features. For those of you unfamiliar with Zoom, Zoom is a video conferencing platform. It allows users to host video meetings and control who has access to the meetings. During this year, I used Zoom for work, for classes, to attend seminars, and to have trivia nights with my friends during quarantine. Some features that could be useful to your mutual aid organization are here, which is towards the bottom of the web page. You can customize your video conference to meet your need. If you are making a presentation, for example, the video webinar feature may be best suited to your needs. If you're looking for a more collaborative meeting, maybe a conference room would be better. Zoom allows for up to 1,000 active participants in a video meeting, or up to 10,000 viewers for a video, so its capabilities are more than enough for the overwhelming majority of mutual aid organizations. Now, it's time to talk business and operations. When you start a mutual aid society, you may not think that you are operating a business, but it helps to operate the society like a business. For example, some organizations that deliver food to people find that it is helpful to keep track of inventory, deliveries, and the shifts that volunteers can work. Otherwise, it becomes one big mess. The apps and websites I'm about to show you can help you operate your business even if you are not experienced in running a business. So for example, here we have Airtable. Airtable is a website that had an increasing amount of popularity as businesses moved to remote work. Airtable is a website that makes operating a business approachable for those who are intimidated by the prospect of operating a business. With several features such as expense tracking, inventory, and others, Airtable brings all aspects of business into one user-friendly platform. As a bonus, Airtable is compatible with Slack and has options to link the two applications so that spreadsheets, schedules, and other business aspects created on Airtable can be shared with your mutual aid contacts on Slack. Airtable even has a nonprofit tab for mutual aid societies that choose to become nonprofits. See our FAQ for more on incorporating and becoming a nonprofit. Finally, we're back to Google. Google is advantageous for mutual aid organizations because it is easy to use and a majority of workplaces use it, so other members of your mutual aid society may be familiar with several of its functions. For example, Google Documents, it's kind of like Microsoft Word. You have Google Sheets, which is like Microsoft Excel. You can make spreadsheets. And when you make a spreadsheet online on Google, like here, you can share it with other people using the share function. You just type in their email there, or get a link, and you can choose the different types of access that you would like to grant them. There's also Google Meet, which is an alternative to Zoom. So if you want, you can try both, see which works better. Microsoft Teams is also another Zoom-like video conferencing application. Some have different features and different costs, so you should really explore and see which one fits your needs. Google has additional apps like Google Calendar to make sorting events and obligations easier, and Google Mail right here, Gmail. And all of these are commonly used in business or office environments, so like I said, people will likely be familiar with them. And the apps all work together, making it easy to navigate between them. So for example, if you have an event coming up on your Google Calendar, it'll automatically transfer over to your inbox and let you know about it. And that's all for today. Thank you, and good luck running your mutual aid society.